Canada and the United States, two vast nations sharing the world's longest undefended border. They're often seen as siblings, close allies with intertwined economies and a shared pop culture landscape. From Hollywood blockbusters dominating Canadian screens to Tim Hortons making inroads south of the border, it's easy to assume life is practically the same on either side. But look a little closer, and you'll find that beneath this surface-level similarity lies a world of surprising differences. These aren't just about saying A, or using different colored money. We're talking about fundamental distinctions woven into the very fabric of society, affecting everything from your financial well-being to your sense of community and personal safety. Ever wondered why your Canadian friends seem less stressed about medical bills, or why Americans often pay significantly more for their cell phone plans? What about the subtle cultural cues in the workplace, or even the way people approach their grocery shopping? These everyday experiences reveal deep-seated philosophical divides. In this video, we're peeling back the layers to reveal the top 5 differences you might have never noticed. We'll go beyond the stereotypes and dive into the data, the policies, and the real-life stories that illustrate what truly sets these North American giants apart. Whether you're planning a trip, considering a move, or are simply curious, prepare to see these two neighbors in a whole new light. So let's begin our journey across the 49th parallel. Let's talk about one of the most significant differences: healthcare. In Canada, the system is publicly funded through a single-payer model. This means essential medical services are paid for by taxes. When you visit a doctor or hospital, you present your health card, not a credit card. The system is rooted in the belief that everyone deserves access to care, regardless of their ability to pay. A hospital visit for a necessary procedure won't break the bank. However, the public system doesn't cover everything. Prescription drugs, dental, and vision care are often excluded. For these, many Canadians rely on private insurance through their employer, or they pay out of pocket. So while core services are universal, there are still gaps. In the US, however, the landscape is vastly different. It's a complex, multi-payer system of private insurance, government programs, and direct payments. Healthcare is largely privatized, and costs can be shockingly high. A single trip to the emergency room without good insurance can result in bills totaling thousands of dollars, making medical debt a leading cause of bankruptcy. The trade-off is that the US system can offer faster access to specialists for those with premium coverage. It prioritizes market competition. Ultimately, the two countries answer a fundamental question differently. Is healthcare a right for all, or a service to be purchased? This philosophical divide shapes the entire patient experience. Public transportation is more common in Canadian cities, while in the US, driving your own car is almost a necessity, especially outside big cities. In the US, portion sizes are famously huge, from sodas to burgers. In Canada, food servings are smaller, closer to European standards. Americans are often seen as very patriotic, proudly displaying the US flag. Canadians, while proud, tend to emphasize multiculturalism and diversity more than nationalism. When deciding where to live, your wallet often has the final say. The cost of living is a crucial factor, and the financial landscapes of Canada and the United States present a study in contrasts. Everyday expenses, from groceries to your phone bill, can vary dramatically between the two. At the grocery store, for example, you'll often find higher prices in Canada for dairy, poultry, and alcohol due to supply management systems and taxes. This difference extends to other consumer goods like electronics, making cross-border shopping trips popular for many Canadians. Housing is arguably the biggest expense for most people. Canada's major cities, particularly Vancouver and Toronto, consistently rank among the most expensive housing markets in North America, with real estate prices often surpassing those in major US hubs when measured by price-to-income ratio. However, the tables turn dramatically with healthcare and post-secondary education. Canada's publicly funded healthcare system means residents don't face the risk of crippling medical bills common in the US for essential services. Similarly, Canadian university tuition is, on average, significantly lower, leading to a much less severe student debt crisis for graduates. Ultimately, it's a complex trade-off. Your budget might be tighter for daily goods and housing in Canada, but you could save substantially on healthcare and education depending on your personal priorities. So which lifestyle would you prefer? Canada's balance of healthcare and safety, or America's culture of freedom and variety? Tell us in the comments.